Okay, thank you, everyone, and hopefully this is working properly. I just want to thank everyone for being here tonight and honoring our Valerie Fund Scholars. I hope everyone excuses me for smiling too much tonight, because this is really my favorite Valerie Fund night of the year. I'm so sad we can't do this together, but this is very close to the next best thing. First of all, a hearty congratulations to each and every one of our 29 named scholars tonight. This year, we awarded over $400,000 to more than 100 Valerie Fund kids starting college, going on to vocational school, in nursing programs, and even attending medical school. Our committee was particularly impressed by the students here tonight and went ahead and awarded them our top awards, what we call Valerie Fund named scholarships. The committee, Tara Favors, Debbie Schiller, Janet Keating, and Sharon Weintraub, look forward to selection time every year to reading all about your determination despite your serious challenges. You're a very impressive group of young adults, and don't forget that. I also want to say thank you to the donors here tonight who have donated to the scholarship fund, and to those of you who have created named scholarships, all of which serve not only as a financial boost, but a vote of confidence for Valerie Fund patients now setting out to pursue their dreams. It's an honor for all of us to help our donors get to know some pretty amazing young adults each year, just as it's an honor to help further these young adults' educations. The Valerie Fund Center caregivers and family members in the Zoom house tonight know better than anyone else what our students' journeys have been like. We're so proud of each and every one of you who's here tonight. And with that in mind, let's get the night rolling, and let's meet our first student speaker of the evening, Kayla Johnson, down in Philadelphia.
Okay. Hi, everyone. It's nice to see you all. My name is Kayla Johnson. I'm currently a senior at the University of Pennsylvania studying health and societies with a concentration in public health. This year, I actually submatriculated into my master's of public health at Penn, so I'll be there for another year. I chose public health because I've always been interested in medicine. At first, I thought I wanted to practice, and then I realized I like doing a lot of policy work and research that occurs behind the scene. I became a Valerie Fund kid at birth because I was diagnosed with sickle cell beta thalassemia. So I've literally been at the Valerie Fund for my entire childhood. The staff at the Valerie Fund to me has always been more of an inclusive and personal relationship, not just a medical one. Notably, Dr. Kamalaka. I remember being young and always being like, oh my gosh, like I have to do so well in school, because whenever I went to the Valerie Fund, he would literally ask for my physical report card and he would like reward me. So like I was also working for him and not just myself. So it made him almost a part of my family, as well as the rest of the Valerie Fund team. Specifically, so it's a huge thank you to them. And I also want to specifically thank Josh and Sharon Weintraub, the donors for the Arnold A. Leshner Scholarship. You both have been extremely helpful in allowing me to achieve my academic goals, and I'm very appreciative for all of your support. And next, I will be introducing Sylvie Yarad.
Okay. Hi, I want to thank everybody who has put this event together tonight, and thank Kayla for introducing me. My name is Sylvie Yarad, and I am a freshman student at the University of Pittsburgh. I was originally going into study environmental sciences, but I took a couple classes and found that my areas of expertise fit in more in an English writing track rather than a STEM track. And so I've switched my major from environmental science to writing on the nonfiction track and philosophy, which I'm very excited about. I became a Valerie Fund kid when I was 14 years old. I was diagnosed with stage 4B Hodgkin's lymphoma, and what should have been one of the most earth-shattering moments of anybody's life was turned into just what I feel was an amazing opportunity and a blessing, that I was able to be treated at the Valerie Fund and meet the doctors and the nurses and all of these people who helped me along the way and helped me through all these years and have gotten me to where I am today and able to attend college and be happy and healthy. And so I have a lot of gratitude towards them. And I'm really excited to keep going through college and see my nurses and doctors as I keep getting older. I'd also especially like to thank Dr. Halpern, who was my oncologist, and the personal relationship I had with him. And I always knew he believed in me and knew I could get to the place that I am now. So I'd like to thank him as well. And next, I'll be introducing Ava WIEBE.
My name is Ava WIEBE. I'm currently a junior at Rutgers University, and I'm studying political science and history. And so I came to be a Valerie Fund kid during my junior year of high school. I was diagnosed with ITP, which is a bleeding disorder. And, the Valerie Fund just made my treatment experience better than I ever could have imagined, especially my doctor. Dr. Batra was just always so kind to me and just so helpful through such a difficult time in my life. And thanks to her and all the nurses and the doctors at the Valerie Fund, I've been able to be in remission for nearly 3 years now, which is incredible. And then I'd also just love to thank the Doshi family for providing me with this scholarship for the third year in a row, because it's helped me so much with achieving my educational goals, and I couldn't appreciate it more. And next, I'd like to introduce Sabrina Santos.
Hi, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Sabrina Santos, and I just graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Public Health from Rutgers. I became a Valerie Fund kid my first year of college when I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. So I wasn't a kid and I didn't spend my whole childhood with the Valerie Fund, but they're very special to me. I remember during treatment, I was planning out my whole academic timeline, and they would tell me to just relax, and I wouldn't, but they were really supportive and they were always excited to see all my achievements, and they always celebrated it with me. So they're very special and more like a family. And a special relationship that I had with my former nurse practitioner, Kelly Crowley. She inspired me so much, and we have such a special relationship during treatment that I'm currently applying to second-degree nursing programs because of her. So I'm trying to become a nurse, and because of the hope and courage she gave me during treatment, I'm hoping I could do the same for my future patients one day. And before I introduce you to the next scholarship recipient, I just want to take a moment to thank the Eichel family for their contributions to the Valerie Fund, because without them, I wouldn't have been able to finish my degree at Rutgers. So now I'd like to introduce you to Francisca Kwakye.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. Good evening, everyone. My name is Francisca Kwakye. I'm currently a freshman at the University of Pennsylvania. I am interested in both pre-law and medicine because of my history with sickle cell. It's just the thought of, my red blood cells being shaped like crescent moon, and my sister giving me her bone marrow as a cure. It just fascinates me. Throughout my recovery process, I've had many amazing professionals who had a greater impact on my life, but the two most notable ones are Rhea Kochhar, who was my nurse practitioner, and Nadine, who was my child life specialist. When I first started, doing MRIs, I was very scared and I would always cry, but Nadine made it feel very comfortable. She would rub my legs every time, and she made me feel her presence. So I really do appreciate it. And also Rhea Kochhar always answered my questions, being that I was very young and I was trying to understand everything I was going to go through, and my parents not speaking English. She was very patient with breaking down the process and making sure we understood what would happen. Now, as a Valerie Fund kid, I'm very grateful to be here today, and I'm very grateful to be at the University of Pennsylvania. I met Mr. Kirschner over the summer, and he was very generous. His welcome just made me feel like I was really a part of a family. So I really do hope to keep this relationship alive, and one day I can give back to the Valerie Fund. So without further ado, I would like to introduce the next scholarship recipient, Joshua Lukawski.
Hey, everybody. My name is Josh Lukowski, and I'm currently a sophomore studying mechanical engineering at Cedarville University. I'm currently involved in a few things on campus, notably the Student Launch Program, which is a design competition hosted by NASA to design and construct a 10-foot tall rocket shot into a mile in the sky. So I thought, that's pretty neat, I guess. As for inspirations, I don't know if I can say I really had any. I've always just liked building and designing things, so I figured I'd make money off of it. I became a Valerie Fund kid back in 2009 when I was 7 years old and was diagnosed with leukemia, specifically acute lymphoblastic leukemia. And I was treated at the Valerie Fund Center in Morristown, New Jersey for 3.5 years. Social workers Ann Stocknoff and Kathy Cerruti were a huge help to my parents during that time, so of course I'm extremely thankful for them. I'd also like to say thank you to the Garvey family for your generosity. I honestly would not be able to do what I am without their gifts, so thank you so much. And next I would like to introduce Isabella Rocco.
Hello, everybody. My name's Bella, and I am a junior at the University of Pennsylvania, majoring in philosophy, politics, and economics. I'm just so grateful to have the continued support of the Valerie Fund and my scholarship donors. Over the course of my time at Penn, it's been so exciting and to be involved in a ton of organizations on campus, from debate society to club field hockey, and just having the support and of this scholarship has helped me be able to really focus on my academics and taking advantage of all the resources on campus. Over the years, I was diagnosed with GIST, gastrointestinal stromal tumors, when I was 7 years old. So my relationship with the Valerie Fund goes back 13 years now. Whether I was getting surgery at the Morristown Valerie Fund Center, or even years later attending Camp Happy Times, the Valerie Fund and its generous donors have been a constant support system and family to me. And so I'm extremely grateful that as I continue my journey and pursue my college degree, that they continue to play an incredibly important role in my life. So thank you again to the donors for my scholarship. Over the years, getting to know you all and being able to share my story and my journey with you has been such a unique privilege. So next I want to introduce Emily Wozniak.
Thanks, Bella. Nice to see you. My name is Emily. I am 28. My thing is backwards. I'm sorry, I just realized that. I am in a pre-licensure MSN program at Montclair State University. I started when I was 8 months old. I was diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma. I was done with treatment. I was 8 months when I was diagnosed, and I was done with treatment around 2 years of age. Throughout my life, I have had a lot of complications and different additional medical problems. The hospital that I went to was Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and it ended up being like me and my family's second home. In high school, I had some more complications, and kind of by my junior year of college, I was finally, healthy again. I originally went to Wheelock College in Boston for child life, and I kind of took a turn and went for counseling psychology. And then I ended up working at Boston Children's Hospital for 6 years. I did a lot of child life activity there. I spent a lot of time with the families up there. And throughout the coronavirus pandemic, I realized that I wanted to be more a part of the clinical side, that what I was doing kind of wasn't enough, that I wanted to do more. So I decided to pick up, come back home and go to nursing school. So it's my second degree. And the way I came through to the Valerie Fund was through Camp Happy Times. So when I was about 9 years old, one of the nurses at my primary care told us about Camp Happy Times, and I went for the first year when I was 9 and absolutely adored it and have been going ever since. I now work as a counselor there. There's nothing more than I love than camp. It gave me all of my, besides my family, who I absolutely adore, it gave me my entire support system of people who knew exactly what I was going through, who knew what it was like to go to the hospital and live there. And I just met some amazing people. And one of them her name is Kristen. She's also a counselor there. And she has been amazing and always there to support me. And she's a NICU nurse. And so for the past 2 years, we've been talking a lot about me going to nursing school. And I think she might be the most excited person in my life for me to go. So I'm really excited. And I just want to thank the donors for the scholarship, because it takes a lot of stress off of me. And it's just an honor to be able to receive it and to use it, to go to school and help more people. And I eventually want to be a peds nurse. So by December, I will be a baby nurse. And now I just want to introduce Ayoola.
Hi, my name is Ayoola Ogunyimika. I hope everybody's having a nice evening. I wanted to begin by thanking the Valerie Fund, especially the Kathy Richter family, for all your generous involvement in my life, especially financially. It's taken a lot of stress off of me not to worry about financial things when it comes to academics, especially with having sickle cell. I am a senior at Temple University, majoring in English with a concentration in creative writing and poetry. I actually am very passionate about writing about the experience of sickle cell patients and other mental health concerns. So from that, I want to pursue a master's degree in art therapy. I'm also an artist, and continue to provide services within the sickle cell community to strengthen sickle cell patients and give us more of a voice within the health field. I'll also like to thank Donna Wasik from the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. She was my social worker. She actually retired, I believe, in November. She's been very instrumental in helping me and assisting me and guiding me throughout these years with my health. I would like to introduce Dominica Colavito. Thank you.
Hi, glad to be here. My name is Dominica Colavito. I became a Valerie Fund kid when I was 1. It was about a week after my first birthday. I was diagnosed with stage 4 T-cell lymphoblastic lymphoma, which is a non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I went to the Valerie Fund Center in Monmouth, New Jersey. Though most of my doctors and nurses aren't there anymore, I am so grateful for them. They really made the whole process a lot easier than it could have been. They were so nice and so helpful, and I can't thank them enough. I'm currently in my first year for my MS in Human Development and Family Science at Syracuse University. I graduated with my bachelor's this past May in forensic science and psychology with the minor in chemistry. It was actually my pediatric psychology class in my senior year that made me decide with my master's program. It's basically a class on how major illness and different disabilities can affect children's development. So I thought that was extremely interesting. And I did a project on school reintegration after pediatric cancer treatment. And I'm hoping that I can evolve that into my master's thesis afterwards. It's just selfishly, I want to learn more about myself. So I would like to thank Bob Richter, their family and friends for working together to create this amazing scholarship in honor of Kathy Richter, and I am extremely grateful. So now I would like to introduce Rhea Kochhar.
Hi, my name is Rhea Kochhar, and I am a sophomore at Penn State studying business, marketing, and management. I was inspired to choose this major and to be at Penn State because of my experience as a childhood cancer survivor, so I could continue to raise awareness and funds for childhood cancer. I am deeply involved in Thon at Penn State, which is the largest student-run philanthropy in the world to raise awareness for childhood cancer, and I am proud to be the director of morale this year. I was treated at the Columbia University Medical Center and learned about the Valerie Fund through the educational liaison, Caitlin Constantino, and that's how I got involved with the Valerie Fund. So thank you to the Valerie Fund for this wonderful opportunity, and thank you to Bob Richter and his friends and family for this amazing scholarship. I would now like to introduce Joseph Kurzeja.
Good evening. My name is Joseph Kurzeja, and I am 19 years old. I want to start off by saying I am extremely appreciative of Bob, his family, and their friends for awarding me the scholarship. I truly appreciate it. I am a sophomore at Monmouth University studying biology with a concentration in molecular physiology. I became a Valerie Fund kid on December 5th, 2012, which is the day I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. I was treated at the Goreb Children's Hospital in Morristown, New Jersey, and was treated there both during my treatment and after. During my treatment, I remember not being able to do simple math, such as 4 + 4, due to the chemotherapy. But there was a tutor at the hospital that helped me get my brain going again. And I can say now I can do 4 + 4. I would definitely not be here where I am today without her assistance. Another person who had a huge impact in my life was Joanne Spira. She was my educational liaison, who was always a shining star in my life. She always told me, Joseph, it's not where you start in life, but where you finished. Before I was diagnosed, I was in 5th grade, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do in my life. But after going through the cancer treatments and being part of the Valerie Fund, I have a new perspective on life. I was given a second chance, and it's this experience that has inspired me to want to go to pursue the medical field so that I can hopefully treat the next wave of cancer patients. Thank you for your time. And now I would like to introduce Robert Reichenberg.
Hi, everyone. My name is Robert Reichenberg. I want to start off by thanking the Richter family and the friends of the Richter family for creating this scholarship. So a little about me. I am currently a senior at Ramapo College. I am studying accounting. Some of you might remember me from Syracuse University because I started there as a freshman. When I was a sophomore, I decided that I wanted to be an accountant. So I ended up switching to Ramapo College to study accounting. So how I got involved with the Valerie Fund was when I was 17 years old. I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I used to play baseball and I was a pitcher and I loved it, but I would always have arm pain. And the arm pain got so bad that I ended up seeing a few different doctors and going for tests and everything. And that's how I learned that I had non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. I can proudly say that I've been cancer-free since May of 2017. I was treated at Columbia University Medical Center and New York Presbyterian Hospital. After graduating in the spring, I plan to study for the CPA exam, and then I'm going to accept a job at Price Waterhouse Coopers in the city. It's a big accounting firm there, and I'm going to be a real estate tax associate. Once again, I just want to thank the Richter family and the friends of the Richter family for this scholarship. I now want to introduce to you Sloane Silverman.
Um, Hi, thank you for that introduction. My background unfortunately doesn't work, but I would also like to give a shout out to Bob Richter and his family, as your generosity has not gone unnoticed. My name is Sloane Silverman. I'm a junior at Loyola University of Maryland, and I'm studying elementary education with a minor in special ed. When I was a young kid, I struggled a lot in school and I was tested immensely, but there was never a real conclusion as to what this so-called problem I had, or have, if you will. And sooner or later, all throughout my schooling experience until I graduated high school in 2019, my town school system labeled me as stupid until I truly believed that I was. I no longer think this, but I wanted to make sure that my future students will never feel this way and will be treated the right way. I became a Valerie Fund kid when I was 16 years old. I was diagnosed with severe aplastic anemia and was treated at Morristown Medical Center. I wanted to give a shout out to my doctor, Dr. Melinda Fritz, who impacted me the most for sure. She's like the smartest woman I've ever met. I'm so glad to have her in my life. I truly don't know where I would be without her. She's never given up on me, and like she never gives up in general. I would also like to give a shout out to Joan Spear, as she fought not only for my education, but she became a close friend and to my family along my journey. I now would like to introduce Maria Toledo.
A junior at Montclair State University, and I'm finishing my bachelor's in psychology, and I hope to continue getting my master's in art therapy. Art was something that helped me to express my emotions, especially when I was diagnosed, and I hope to spread the liberation that art can give us to children who might not have a way to express themselves. I was diagnosed with lymphoma non-Hodgkin's at the age of 12 years old. And after that, I moved to the United States and got treated in New York Presbyterian when I got my second diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia in December 2012 at the age of 14. I have been in remissions since 2015, and I'm extremely grateful for the opportunities that I have now. One of them is getting the scholarship from the Valerie Fund, and I would like to thank the donors of the Katie Ritter scholarship and their family for giving me such a great opportunity to continue my career and allowing me to study what I'm passionate about. Now I'd like to introduce you to Matthew Hall.
Hello, everyone. My name's Matt Hall, and I'm a senior at the University of Notre Dame, majoring in economics and minoring in accounting. I can't believe that this is my fourth year receiving the Valerie Fund Scholarship. The Valerie Fund has always been with me since day one of my cancer diagnosis in the fall of 2016, when I was a junior in high school. I received my treatment at Morristown Medical Center, and it was just such a new and unfamiliar environment for me and my family. But the staff at the Valerie Center just made it feel like a second home. During such a scary and daunting time in our lives, the doctors, nurses, social workers, and everyone there were just always there for me and my family and just treated us like a second family. I've always clung on to the words that Joanne Spira, the education liaison, said to me during my first week of treatment. And it was, for every bad day you have, there's just as many good days. And I've really used that in my life after treatment. And to this day, just anytime like I feel down or I'm discouraged, I always think of those words that she said to me, and just the inspirational light that she brought into my day. So just receiving this scholarship has also allowed me to pursue my dream of attending Notre Dame, and I've been afforded so many great opportunities these past few years. I studied abroad in South Africa, did a service trip at the border, traveled and worked for the Notre Dame football team, and I've been involved in a number of student programming clubs on campus. Again, I'm just so appreciative of the support of the Mayer family and the Valerie Fund these last 4 years. After I graduate in the spring, I'll be working in a finance rotational program for Comcast, NBC Universal, and I'll be spending my first year in Los Angeles. So one day I really hope to pay it forward back to the Valerie Center and make sure that everyone gets the same treatment and love that I received. So now I'd like to introduce the next speaker, Jessenia Barranzuela.
Hi, my name is Jessenia Barranzuela. I am a sophomore majoring in both nursing and health science at St. Peter's University. I became a Valerie Fund kid when I was born. I am currently being treated at North Beth Israel for a blood disorder called idiopathic thrombocytopenia purpura. My experience at the Valerie Fund Center is one I will never forget due to the enormous support both I and my family have received for the past 19 years, almost 20. Because of the support that I was given and the scholarship that I was awarded with, I was able to attend college worry free. I am majoring in nursing due to the big impact the various nurses had on me during my course of treatment. This school year, I was lucky enough to attend in person and build so many connections from being part of class council and becoming a mentor at my school. And in school, my advisor recommended me at a job at a nearby hospital, Trinitas Regional Medical Center. I am extremely grateful for not only providing me with support I needed, but for the support that my family was also provided. So I would like to thank my donor, Randy Reeve, and the Valerie Fund Center, along with the amazing doctors such as Dr. Kamalakar, Dr. Naring, and the various nurses and the educational liaisons that have assisted me along the way. Now I'd like to introduce you, Gabriella De Filippo.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Gabriella De Filippo, but most people just call me Gabby. I'm currently a sophomore at Montclair State University here in New Jersey, and I am working on my combined BA/MA in psychology. I was inspired to study psychology actually because of my experience with pediatric cancer. As I'm sure many of my fellow scholars here tonight can relate to, I experienced some mental health struggles as a result of the trauma from my cancer journey. And I wanted to help other kids like us to work through that trauma. So I'm working to become a therapist for children and teens with cancer-related trauma. My journey with the Valerie Fund first began when I was 11 years old, when I was diagnosed with high-risk pre-B acute lymphoblastic leukemia, actually on January 22nd, 2014. So this year, it'll be turning 8 years since I was diagnosed. And then more recently in 2020, I was diagnosed with a Sertoli Leydig cell tumor, and I was treated by Dr. Nair and Dr. Gregory at the Valerie Center at Goriab Children's Hospital. And I just wanted to thank all the people at the Valerie Fund for helping me through my treatment, all the doctors, the child life specialists such as Kelly Blanchett for making the long days in the hospital much more fun. And I wanted to thank the Valerie Fund for not only saving my life, but also helping me to make the most out of my life with this scholarship. So thank you to the Valerie Fund friends for giving me this amazing opportunity to study in a field that I'm really interested in. And now I would like to introduce River Munoz.
Hi everyone. Oh my god, this is okay. My name is River. I am 19 years old. I'm in my third semester at Berklee College of Music. I'm gonna go for a vocal performance major. I was 12 years old when I first got diagnosed with stage 2 B-cell lymphoma, and I got treated at New York Presbyterian. And we didn't know about the Valerie Fund until I was going into like the end of high school, and somebody told my mom about it, and I was just I wrote a letter, and now I am so grateful that I did, because it's just been such a pleasure to meet all of you. This is my second time at one of these, and I'm thrilled to really. I want to thank Lori, Barry, and Josh and Sharon Weintraub for this scholarship. I'm so honored to be awarded it, and just like the fact that I'm able to go to Berkeley, my dream school for years. It's a dream come true, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you. All right, I'd like to pass it on now to, I hope I say this right, Fatima Otarola. Thank you.
Okay. Hi everyone, my name is Fatima Otarola and I'm a sophomore at Rutgers University. I'm actually majoring in biology, but I'm on the pre-med track. I just want to thank the Valerie Fund for receiving me when I moved here to the US 4 years ago. The doctors and all the staff received me very happily, and they've been helping me through all the years. And I'm very grateful for the scholarship that they are helping me a lot to attend my dream school and pursuing my dream of becoming a doctor. I hope I could be one day as a doctor, like all the doctors I met, that they help me a lot, they support me, and they believe in me. And now I can be one part of the team of the medical staff and help more kids. Now I'd like to introduce to AJ Lalani.
Hi, I'm AJ. I am a sophomore at the University of Southern California, and I'm studying film. I became a member of the Valerie family pretty recently in March of 2020. I was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, lymphocyte predominant. And I was treated at Morristown, and I have to thank my oncologist, Stephen Halpern, for making it one of the easiest experiences of my life for something that I did not think would be manageable at all. And I have to thank the Yaris family for this generous donation, because I definitely would not be able to pursue film in California without them. I think the chemotherapy process definitely influenced my choice to go into film, because when I was sitting in that chair for hours, I watched a lot of movies, and I realized that entertainment was definitely one of the things that got me through that experience. So I kind of just wanted to be able to share that with other people. Now I would like to introduce George Aduagyare.
Hi everyone. I'm really sorry that. Sorry, can you hear me? I can't tell. Okay. I'm really sorry that I'm not able to get my camera on. I'm having some technical difficulties, but I'm George Aduagyare, and I'm a junior studying mathematics at the University of Pennsylvania. I was inspired to actually pursue my major by my dad, who's a physicist. He's been probably the greatest educator in my life. So the reason how I got to know the Valerie Fund is I was diagnosed with sickle cell anemia in 2007 when I was just 6 years old. Ever since, I've been referred for treatment at a Valerie Fund Center in Voorhees, New Jersey. With the help of Donna Wasik, who recently retired, but she was a social worker at the Valerie Fund, I was able to attend these serious fun summer camps where I could just have fun and play like a kid. I mean, this was a few years ago, but it was some of the best years of my life, honestly. And this is probably one of the biggest impacts that the Valerie Fund has had on my life, to be honest, just being able to feel that freedom. Gradually now that I'm in college, I'm beyond grateful to the Valerie Fund for these scholarships and to Kaylin Murtaugh for working with me to help get the scholarship. And of course, to Scott and Rachel Yarad, I can't thank you enough for your continued support 3 years in a row. Who would have thought that a kid who was diagnosed with sickle cell at age 6 would be able to just be so blessed in life right now? So it really means a lot. And of course, too, I would like to thank all the coordinators, directors, and medical professionals at the Valerie Fund who made tonight possible. Thank you everyone for listening and being here. It's great to see all of you. And now I'd like to introduce you to our next speaker, Giancarlo Cusimano.
Hello, everybody. My name is Giancarlo Cusimano.
I am currently a freshman at Emory University pursuing the pre-med track and major in neuroscience and behavioral biology. I've known that I'd like to be a doctor before I was diagnosed, but definitely being diagnosed, and also I was interested in the brain before being diagnosed with brain cancer in my freshman year of high school. But it definitely has doubled down my passion for both medicine and the intricacies of the brain in general. And currently at Emory University, I'm a part of the Ethics and Servant Leadership Forum that both looks at ethical things that could come up in different professions. And I feel like that would help me to be a better doctor in the future. And also in this program allows you to go partner with a nonprofit in the Atlanta community that we are still deciding on as a group, but just focuses on both learning and also helping others. And I'm very happy to be a part of that and continue working within the community in Atlanta that I was also pursuing in high school here in New York. And my first way I got involved with the Valerie Fund was when I was diagnosed in 2017 during my freshman year. I was told by my doctors that I had to be more realistic and that I wasn't going to be able to continue my high school career the way I would like to. But the Valerie Fund and specifically the psychiatrist, Dr. Dara Steinberg and Mrs. Caitlin Constantino, the educational liaison at the Valerie Fund, helped me both stay in high school and do it more gracefully than I would have ever imagined, having gone through brain cancer in high school, and are a huge part of the reason that I'm able to be in college right now on the right track. So the Valerie Fund has helped me immensely in that way, and I'm extremely grateful to be in this community. Also, just to be a part of this community from beginning in freshman year and sophomore year, it just connected me to a group of people in similar situations in a place without judgment, where not everybody everywhere else in high school and our age really understands us in a way when you have this type of an illness. So I'm really truly grateful for everybody, both the Valerie Fund patients, the staff, and also Lori and Barry. And I was treated at the Columbia Presbyterian Center. And I'd also like to especially thank Scott and Rachel Yadid from the Yadid family for giving me this gift of this scholarship to pursue both my dream of being a doctor and also my education at Emory. And I'm really grateful and blessed to have that opportunity. So thank you guys so much. And next, I'd like to introduce Dane Hagstrom. Thank you, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Dane Hagstrom. I'm a first-year student at Drexel University studying civil engineering. I chose civil engineering just because engineering has always had an innate draw to me. I've always enjoyed math. I've always enjoyed science, but I've especially enjoyed infrastructure and looking at how bridges work. But also because civil engineering is the one engineering that directly deals with people on a day-to-day basis. I relish in the fact that in the future, I will know that every action I take as a civil engineer will have the impact upon someone's life. It reminds me a lot of when I was at the Valerie Fund. Every action that they had an impact upon my life. I became a Valerie Fund kid about a year and a half ago. I was diagnosed with stage 3 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. Luckily, I was swiftly treated at the Newark Beth Israel Valerie Fund, and so I've been in remission for just over a year. It'd be unfair to call out any specific Valerie Fund employee, specifically because every single person there was there for me 110%. I felt an immense amount of love every time I walked in those doors and I saw all the Valerie Fund staff. Although specifically, I'd like to shout out my primary oncologist, Dr. Batra. But it made the overall process so much easier having all the staff there behind me, standing with me against my my battle. And I thank you all for that. I would also like to thank all the scholarship donors. Especially the Zhang family, they've helped me out to where I am right now in Drexel University. I'm very, very appreciative of that. It is now my honor to introduce Carter Taylor to share some words.
Hi, everyone. It's good seeing a lot of familiar faces, Barry and Laura and Lori, and Caitlin from the Voorhees Chop Center. So my name's Carter Taylor. I've been a Valerie Fund kid since the day I was born. I was diagnosed with sickle cell disease at birth, and I've been getting treated at the CHOP Specialty Care unit in Voorhees, which is in South Jersey. I'm currently a sophomore at Widener University, and I'm in the biology pre-physical therapy program. So it's a 6-year program. I will get my bachelor's in biology, and I will also end up with a doctorate in physical therapy as well. And I'll end up matriculating to the grad school in just under 2 years now, which is super exciting. This was my first on-person or on-campus semester, and it's truly been a blessing to be able to attend Widener. To all the new friends I've met, to all the clubs that I've gotten involved in. I'm currently in SGA with a leadership position. I'm also in the Black Student Union, trying to create a community for the students of color at our campus. And I'm also looking forward to becoming a biology tutor for freshmen this spring. I was recommended by one of my professors from last year, who thought I did well in the class, and I will now be helping the freshmen this year. I also want to give a shout out to Mr. Barry Kirschner. He's helped me out a lot. I actually will be doing a summer internship with one of his close friends at a physical therapy firm down here in South Jersey. So I'm looking forward to that. And just the overall experience I've had with the Valerie Fund has been amazing, from receiving the scholarship to just anything I needed at my now 20 years going to the Voorhees Chop Center. They've just always been there for me. The amount of love and support and praise that I've gotten it's overwhelming, and it's a great feeling to know that you have people who are supporting you in whatever you do. And I just wanted to thank one more time my donors for this year. I really appreciate the gift, and it's been a huge help in my life. And I don't know if any words can be ever like describe the amount that I'm thankful, but it's a huge help, and it's great seeing all of you here tonight. And I think I'm the last speaker, so I don't think I have to introduce anyone, but that is the end of my presentation.
Okay, thank you. So that was amazing. I don't really know what to say. This evening always goes by way too quickly. And I just want to say, the first time we did this, there were about 10 scholarship recipients, and somebody said, that's too many people to speak in one evening. We said, let's give it a shot. Well, now we're beyond 25, and it just goes too quickly. Thank you, everybody.